Hello, good morning all. Sorry for the delay. Internet issues, I think, quite known, especially at this place, Delhi border. Okay, so good morning and go to our discussion today. Why we are talking about 60 plus marks in general awareness for RBI Grade B. Right. So we understand that because this is a really achievable number. There are people, those who do 70 plus marks also, and there are people, those who clear phase 1 even with 50 marks in general awareness. But 60 is really a reasonable number, a targetable number, which is going to help you in going to phase 2, because general awareness is 40% of your phase 1 exam. And high score in general awareness means you go to phase 2. And this preparation, general awareness preparation, the good thing here is that it can be done in the given time you have now. So unlike maybe in some other sections where you have to develop your fundamentals. So in today's class I am going to discuss what is your strategy, and that we are going to discuss with the questions. See, always understand you have to go little in deep to understand what shall be the strategy. Strategy cannot be created in air, so you have to go deep. Deep here means we will go to the previous year questions to really understand what strategy I am talking about and what are the sources. So you know this, that we are today talking about this part, which is 40% of your phase 1 exam and which is doable in the given amount of time. For rest of the topic, English, quantitative aptitude, reasoning, you have to have like sectional cutoff also, right? So only on based of GA you are not going to crack the phase 1. We will come in next classes with the respective experts. I will take up your questions, of course, but let me quickly first go through the questions you are going to face in the exam, and these questions are here to understand what kind of strategy we are going to adopt for GA. Like Lakshmi Vilas Bank headquarters, that was asked last year. So 2019 questions first I am showing you, then some questions I will show for 2018. I am not going to exhaust all the list because otherwise the class time will be very long. Okay, so this is, you can see these kind of things are covered also in the news. Lakshmi Vilas Bank, RBI was taking prompt action. You shall know what is PCA. Likewise, about this Pakyong airport, it was also in the news, right? It may look like that why they have only picked up this airport, or maybe this is looking like a typical current affairs question, the theme of International Day for Girl Child Day in 2019. There are so many important days, their themes, you have to know. Here the answer is Gulf Force, unscripted and unstoppable. Some financial news like what minimum equity capital is required for a small finance bank under the on-tap licensing scheme given by RBI. So this is a financial awareness question, but it was also covered in the news that time because RBI increased this minimum capital requirement to 200 crore, right? And other one I have taken, where was the BRICS culture ministers meeting was held in 2019. So these are 2019 questions. I am not saying these are coming this year, but what kind of questions are coming in the exam? So this happened in Curitiba in Brazil, and which state has topped in the recently released innovation index by Niti Aayog? Again, it is of 2019. So the answer was Karnataka that time, who among the following won the Japan Open 19 by defeating. So here you have the you have to tell the winner, but sometime they may ask who was defeated, right? Here the correct answer is Novak Djokovic. So again, an old news. Questions are also asked on books. So like here, who was the author of Lessons Life Taught Me Unknowingly was written by Anupam Kher. This book was also in the news that time. If I show you 2018 question, a book written by Shashi Tharoor asked, important lessons to learn is understand the pattern. So first I am going to tell you what we have observed in 2019. understand this slide very well, because this is going to help you finding out what shall be the right strategy to get 60 marks. You do well, you achieve 70 marks. The more you do in general awareness is also going to help you in ESI preparation, especially ESI preparation in phase 2 and also in FM portion. The finance part, the banking awareness part, some questions are also asked there from the general awareness on banking and financial awareness. Okay, so if you see here, you are about 50% last year is from current affairs. So divided this into four parts: current affairs, banking and finance. So here it can be current affairs and static part also, or we can combine it also for the understanding purpose. The importance of banking awareness, financial awareness is increasing. If you see 2018 paper of RBI, 19 it was more, and also in other exam, because we have to also understand what is happening in the market. So other exam, like recently we have seen in SEBI exam also. So these financial awareness is becoming more and more important. Then in RBI, they ask some question, you can call them static GA. So maybe that can be anything, basic things which we all shall know, right? So it may be sometime currency, capital, some dams, national park. Many a times these are covered in news also. So these are like headquarters of international organization, World Bank, IMF, United Nations, airports, lake, right, national park, CMs, governors. So all important appointment, right? So these can be the static GA portion. And currency, capital. In currency, capital, etc. also, what I have observed, though this is a GA static, but mostly the countries which have been in news, or maybe their state heads have come to India, our states have gone there, prime minister, president, that you have to be much more careful. Banking static, you shall know important headquarters, important banks in news, their appointment, maybe who has been appointed, CMDs, and some banking related terms, important news. For finance and banking awareness, here important news related to RBI, banks, SEBI, regulation, even sometimes related to finance ministry, budget, economic survey are important here. And product launch of very important product which are in news. Nowadays there are news going on about P2P lending. RBI is trying to control the fintech companies. So these kind of news you shall be aware. Okay, government announcement, like these are this year. So many announcements happen for putting moratoriums on the loan, right? Interest waiver. So all such important news this year you shall be aware of, including various reports, committees, and states performance. So this is important part which is exclusively you will find in RBI Grade B. Okay. Then the other current affairs, you know, that comes in all the exam, whether it is IBPS, PO, or any other exam, LIC or SEBI, anywhere you prepared. So that is related to sports, current affairs, awards, ceremonies. So many event happens, like national award, Nobel prizes, summits held. So these are always some questions you will find, the place, the time of the different summits, etc. Politicians, important politicians, very important political news, not going into the detail in politics. Important days, international days, national days, their theme, books and author, as we just saw the questions, right? So before going to the 2018 questions, have a look here. You have anything to ask, you may do please, and I am now reading your questions. माइक तो मैंने लगाया हुआ है. त्रिजा is saying माइक लगा लीजिए. I am not able to. I hope I am audible. I have not asked this. How come my voice is not audible? I am using actually a earphone. Okay. Voice is low. Mm. So Trija, you are writing you had buried. I had buried your course. This is not my course, right? This is your course. Please understand. All career is yours. Okay. So don't bury anybody's course because it is your career, your course. And I will tell you to you and everyone the important thing in any learning is we have to open up from our side. No, lot of information, lot of knowledge is floating around, but unless we become very receptive to it, nothing is going to happen, right? So I do not know what is the reason of you buried, but I wish that you do something good in career. That is very important. Manav, I am coming to Beepedia after this. Let me have a quick review of the 2018 questions. Shrivendra, the chances I say are low, but we'll tell tomorrow. Let's wait for one more day. And yeah, Republic Day offer is still going on. So these are the 2018 question. What does F stand for? PFMS. Like this was again Public Financial Management System. Gangtok is the capital. So it is a simple one. You can say static knowledge. Bansagar Dam was in news, so that was asked. It was in news that time. Okay, and 2011 census, it was about the language Sanskrit, and that was also in some news. So shall not feel that I need to read 2011 census now because this was a question asked there, and it was again a question on BRIC summit in 2018. These are 2018 questions which happened in this summit happened in Johannesburg, and this is about another BRIC question. Then Kuchikal Fall, which is in Karnataka. Static GA question. Norek National Park. Nokrek National Park. So this was in asked in 2018. It was again in news that time. And City Corporation Bank headquarter. So you saw 2019. It was Lakshmi Bilas headquarter. Here it is City Corporation Bank headquarter. It was asked there. Lusaka is the capital of the following country, and why Lusaka was asked, why not other country? Because President Kovind visited Lusaka. So this is the point I wanted to tell you while showing you these questions. And which of the following nation Commonwealth Games in 2022 will be held? Next year it will be in 2022 in England. Which percentage should be the promoter's stake? So this is again related to small finance bank. Promoter stake is supposed to be 40%. Sukanya Samriddhi account, you can call it a financial awareness question. So minimum balance reduced from 1000 rupees to 250 rupees. It was also there in the news at the time of exam. Some important news related to what is happening in the market, in the industry, in the commerce. So Walmart and Microsoft partnership, that was important one. This was about the book I was okay, no, not the book. This was about the Dada Saheb Phalke Award 2018 question to 2018 award only. Yeah, this was the book Why I Am Hindu, is written by Shashi Tharoor. This was also in the news that time, and Air Force participated in this exercise which was held in Australia. So all these questions need not to really know, but I am showing you the trend of the question and the sources. First woman chief financial officer of RBI. So first time RBI actually appointed a CFO, Sudha Balakrishnan. This was again covered quite well in the news of that time. Right. So based on these 2 years, we saw that current affairs questions are most in number. You can expect like 50-60 questions from current affairs, and banking and financial awareness question you can expect like 15 to 25 questions, these ranges. And similarly for static GA, 10-15 questions you can expect there. So this is out of the total 80 questions. Okay, so why this is important? Because financial awareness and static GK is also covered in newspaper and also in Beepedia, because you asked the question on Beepedia. Now I am going to read all your questions on Beepedia, but let me first tell you that Beepedia is available for free, and you have weekly and monthly Beepedia where you will find all systematic categorization of this news. This document is specifically meant for covering important financial news along with the current affairs. So I will show you here some of the pages, but let me take your questions here quickly. I also want to cover it in well in time. So Pooja, this strategy will cover in the will help in ECGC exam. See, more or less the pattern will be same, but you have to see what is the difference in the pattern. Accordingly you can modify. So Beepedia is sufficient. Yes, Rishikesh, this is sufficient. That is what I am showing you here. Final year, this I shared, difficult. Okay, so humorous has explained, not buried but by it. Okay, that's fine. Economics of 10th to 12th class, no. Rijit, now, no, at least now not, because now you don't have time to go to that kind of economics, and this paper is not of really knowing economics or becoming an economist. This is about knowing all the topics. We will come to the phase 2 preparation, but with decent fundamentals which you can learn just by reading the right thing, the right content. Whenever you are finding a term which is very difficult, only try to understand that, but you have to understand the overall macroeconomic situation, which you can read by studying maybe one or two chapter if you find it relevant for say understanding what is GDP, GNP, employment you need not to read, but trade, balance of payment, so only those chapters you read, otherwise you don't have time to read the books now. Yes, you can apply for 2 streams if you are eligible, Tanvi. So how many months of GA? So 4 months is good enough, but more focus shall be there on last 2-3 months general awareness. Okay, material for GA yoga, that is what I am sharing here. This is the material, the Beepedia we are providing you, and nothing is like reading newspaper, but you have limited time now, so you may not be able to go to all the newspaper. Okay, Kunal, yes, Beepedia covers these questions what we discussed today. No, Shubham, Beepedia is available for free. You have to download it from the website. Beepedia is available here. For ESI content, Rajesh, it is not going to be enough. And what we are going to add more, I am coming to that. You have to download it on the website. I will show you. And how to prepare for English descriptive, Rima ma'am will take a session on that. Okay, coming to this, how this Beepedia provides you this information. This is covering static information along with the news. So that I have taken, say, this is the news item here. In this, additional information we have provided: RBI headquarter in Mumbai, governor's name Shaktikanta Das, 4 deputy governors name, likewise SBI headquarter, chairperson, HDFC Bank, CEO has been changed, please remember here, and likewise for ICICI Bank. So these kind of static information, financial and banking awareness is covered in Beepedia. Government launches PMKVY 3. Okay, and likewise learn along, we discuss about what is PMKVY, so that immediately when you are reading the news you know the static details about that. Okay, and this is available. You go to the website, here in general awareness you have this document called Beepedia, Otherwise, even if you Google on Beepedia, you will go to this link and you can download the PDF. This is weekly and also monthly available. So last 4 months I am suggesting you 4 months before the exam. So still the exam is away. So you will have to study for January and also for February. So now you will start for November, December, then Jan Feb. Your Jan Feb is going to be most important for exam purpose. And in addition to this, so which is not going to be available here, is we are providing central government scheme. This is what you need for ESI, because some of you are asking about whether how to do this ESI thing. So these way we have listed the document, but this is not available for free. So this is only as a part of the course. Similar document for state government scheme, and likewise for committees, various committees. Okay, what is the organization or the committee was doing, the important highlight, because you need not to really go to the details of the committee's document, but important fact about that. Reports and indices, these are also asked in the exam. Summary of that is provided here, and similar other document about Yojana in MCQ format, because in Yojana most of the articles are lengthy to read. So the best way to study is what kind of questions can be picked up from Yojana, and key summaries of the other document, whether it is education policy, Atmanirbhar package, or whether it is financial stability report, RBI annual report, budget economic survey also we will provide, and important questions on budget and economic survey. Need not to go to the full document. So this will be coming up. You know the budget is going to come, so the latest one will be most useful. Okay, because somebody was asking this question whether we have to go to the last year. In the previous year economic survey, maybe some important terms like what is twin deficit problem, what is thali economics, last time chief economic advisor discussed about that. So these kind of terms you shall be just knowing, and these comes in the question. Weekly and monthly, Kunal, the difference is weekly covers for the week, but now the month is over, so you go for the monthly one for November and December, because weekly will be like more details of that week, but now you cannot do all that weekly because it will be much more detailed. Your monthly will be good enough. Okay, Arnima ma'am has also clarified that. Thank you. What you shall avoid, I do not mean that these are not going to be useful, but you have less time. So where is the time to read RBI website? RBI website has so many things. Important things from RBI website are covered already in Beepedia. So don't go there on RBI website now to save your time. Don't go to the full document of budget or economic survey. Even in newspaper, you will find the important highlight. For economic survey, you may not find that much detail. Maybe you have to use the summary of the economic survey, because newspaper don't find it very interesting. But for the exam purpose, I am telling you economic survey is more important than the budget, because budget has mostly the numbers and lot of changes which are happening on the taxation side. But for the exam purpose, the understanding of the economic survey, what has happened in the economy in last years, and what government is thinking for coming years. So that document has actually lot of theory, lot of data and analysis. The data analysis are not required, but the important summary point. In economic survey also there are box items which are mentioned. So a summary of that will be helpful, and more helpful for phase 2 exam, phase 2 ESI paper especially. That is where you need that summary of that. Otherwise, just knowing what is the important thing in economic survey, what color, what important changes, that you will find in newspapers also and in Beepedia also. Study material for UPSC exam, because many a time people write to us or people say in the classes also that they are studying from UPSC general awareness content, but I suggest you avoid that, because UPSC exam is very different. Lot of coverage on polity, lot of coverage on economics, international affairs, which is not coming in this exam. So here we have discussed some questions. We have all the questions available on our website, which you can do for free, because these are previous year papers. You go to the website, that will give you more elaborate idea about what are the questions you shall attempt. Again, I will tell you few tips to score high in general awareness. First is study and revise. You have to study a lot, because general awareness has no fixed syllabus. You understand that it is lot, and even if I have given you, oh, this is easy, now you study 4 Beepedia and you are done, it sounds easy, but it is not easy. 4 Beepedia has lot of content. So 4 Beepedia will become somewhere close to 300 pages, right? So how are you going to remember everything in 300 pages? You need not to remember, but you shall be in a position to recall. Even if the name of so many people I just discussed, I am not going to remember their spellings, but if you give me the options, I can pick which one is the right answer. So how it happens? So there is a flash memory also which works. I have read this. This is the right option. I can eliminate the option. For this, you have to study and revise. And what I have taken here in the picture is a cheat sheet. These are helpful. As far as my experience goes, cheat sheets are helpful. These helps you especially in remembering facts, name, places, some data. Make that whenever you are studying, because before 1 week before the exam, you won't be able to read 300 pages again. But by that time, if you have 20 pages, the cheat sheets you have made, so the cheat sheets, your cheat sheets cannot help me, my cheat sheets cannot help the other person. I am saying again, you have to read it full, but these cheat sheets are going to help you in revision, in creating that flash memory. By seeing the option, you can eliminate the other option and click the right one. And also attempting exam level mock test, please do that. Many times you study, but you don't know whether you are studying a lot. And here, the advantage of doing mock test is really not to increase your speed, right? Because in general awareness, you have 25 minutes. 25 minutes are good for 80 questions. If you know, do it. Otherwise, there is nothing to calculate there. But you will realize what is the way you shall read or you shall study, so that you do the answer correct in the exam. So Kunal, we are doing live classes daily. So faculties are meeting you, and you can ask anything. And these are Zoom calls, so you can speak by switching on your mic also. So that shall not be a problem, right? So Amol, Dani, yeah, we are conducting classes. So we will come to revision. Uh, okay. Balancing RBI and SEBI preparation, Kunal is suggesting. So I think, Kunal, many things in the syllabus are common, but yes, we can do a separate class. We were thinking on how to prepare now for RBI, because this notification has also come. And for others, I can say that these are the expert faculty we have for phase 1 of RBI, and for phase 2 also we have a set of expert faculties. And then for English descriptive, Arnima ma'am and Dr. Sharma are going to help you. So this is what I have been thinking of sharing with you for scoring high in general awareness. And if you have anything more, you can ask in the comment. Otherwise, let's stop it here, because I wanted to keep this session very brief, so that we follow the principle of ROTI. Remember ROTI? Return on time invested, which is most critical right now when the exam has been notified. So now your time is your resource, and you have to be focused on getting the maximum return on your time invested. So I think all these questions I can take offline, maybe later on the comment also. Thanks for today's session. See you in coming sessions. Good luck for the preparation.